But yeah, let's hit the waiver wire segment.
All right, waiver wire segment. All right, we got top 5 waiver wire pickups this week. In our opinion, we are not experts, but we do this a lot. So take that for what it is. It is. This week is someone that we've already talked about, and I express a lot of love towards. It is Mike White.
Mike White's a good one. I mean, I think we talked about it. You got to be, like, not all leagues are usually looking for a quarterback because sometimes leagues that only start one quarterback.
We're in a double.
Teams.
We're in an OP, so we have an OP flex in our league. So we put a lot of value in our quarterbacks.
I will say probably not all leagues would want to add Mike White, but if you're a league that has very much quarterback depth value, he's a great play because he showed upside. And that's what you're looking for on the waiver wire is players with good upside.
Right.
Mike White just showed that he has the upside to put up a bunch of points.
36 points to be exact.
Maybe he'll never do it again, or maybe he will consistently do it. It's worth taking a chance on.
Right. I feel like it's a great it's an opportunity to where it could not be a season-long pickup, but it has the potential to be one. Because as I said earlier, and when we were talking about Mike White, I've been watching the New York Jets because I have Corey Davis.
You've been watching the New York Jets.
Yeah,
they're not very exciting.
They're not very exciting. They were this week though. They were very exciting this week. I've been watching the New York Jets and Zach Wilson, right? Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is.
Zach Wilson has not been very exciting to watch, other than week 1 where he threw 2 touchdowns to Corey Davis. Mm-hmm. But this week, Mike White just looked like a stud. Like he looked better than him, and so I feel like if he continues that, Zach Wilson's going to lose his job to Mike White, who's been in the league for 3 years but had his first career start this week and put up so far in 2 games 600 passing yards. So I feel like we only had 1 game sample so far. We'll see what happens, but to me, it doesn't feel fluky. It feels like a guy that could have a real career in the NFL.
Yeah. I think I'm probably a little bit more skeptical about him than you are, but I think he's worth taking a flyer on just because, like we said. That's what I want off the waiver wire. I'm not looking to pick up like Jared Goff. Jared Goff
can just retire.
He doesn't have upside.
I care.
His upside's like, hey guys.
Are they 0-7 now? 0-8.
I threw for more than 200 yards this week. It was a great week.
I didn't get a touchdown, but I got 200 yards.
Right?
Is that good? All right. So that's Mike White. That's how we feel about Mike White. Number 5 on the waiver wire pickup list this week. We got number 4, Carlos Hyde.
Yep, Carlos Hyde's a good one this week, just because you can plug him into your lineup right away.
Yeah, you can plug him into your lineup.
Feel pretty good about him
right now. We're not sure exactly how long the James Robinson injury is going to last.
Yeah, we don't expect it to be long, but also you never know. Like sometimes injuries just linger, and a lot of times there's guys like this, Carlos Hyde, who doesn't go super high on the waiver wire because everyone thinks it's only going to be a 1-week injury. And then it turns into a season-long injury, and you got Carlos Hyde for really cheap. Yeah. So, I mean, it's worth taking a chance on for that kind of stuff. Right. You never know with injuries. We are not medical doctors.
We are not medical doctors. I like, so if you're desperate at running back, if you just need a good running back for this next week, or not a good one, but like one that has the potential to score you points, I like Carlos Hyde. Season long, like long term, I don't really love him because I feel like James Robinson's injuries.
James Robinson will be back too.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
So it's more like this is this week based. So like this week, this is what's good. Season long wise, I don't love Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, I agree.
But like if you need points this week, which I do because I just lost Derrick Henry and James Robinson, I need Carlos Hyde.
Yep.
And I didn't have him on my bench stupidly, so I need Carlos Hyde.
But you had Kenneth Gainwell.
I had Kenneth Gainwell, who
so now you can drop him.
Now I can replace Gainwell with Carlos Hyde.
Lucky enough, you might not get him.
Just like the coach drew up. All right, so number 3, we got Adrian Peterson.
Yep, and I think Adrian Peterson and Carlos Hyde are kind of close for me just because, so if you had to start someone this week, who would you start?
Between who?
Carlos Hyde and Adrian Peterson.
Probably Adrian Peterson.
I'd start Carlos Hyde this week.
Who are they playing? Who are they playing?
I don't know. It's not necessarily matchup based. I just would not have confidence to start Adrian Peterson this week. Just joining a team, being 36 years old.
They're playing Buffalo.
We have no clue how much they're going to use him.
Jacksonville is playing Buffalo. Let's look up. Let's All I have to do
Buffalo's
is,
a pretty bad
is
matchup.
go to my roster because I lost Derrick Henry. They're playing the Rams.
They're both pretty tough matchups.
Both pretty tough matchups. I feel like they're just going to plug and play Adrian Peterson. I don't feel like it's going to be like a process here. I feel like it's going to happen immediately.
I don't really think so. I'd be surprised. I bet this week he gets 10 carries and like 30 yards.
Okay,
and
they get
if he
10
gets
carries.
a touchdown, then it's fine.
They get 10 carries, but probably like half of those are going to be within the 20-yard line in the end zone.
But is he good enough to get into the end zone?
Yeah,
we don't know.
He is. He's Adrian Peterson. He did it
hasn't
last
been
year.
good
He
for,
did
like,
it last
years.
year. No, yeah, no, the short-term stuff, like the short yardage stuff, he did that a lot last year.
I don't know. I would not trust him right away. I would rather start Carlos Hyde this week. But I would rather pick up Adrian Peterson if you're looking for a long-term play because he could be useful the rest of the year, and Carlos Hyde could be worth only
Carlos
1 week
Hyde
guy.
is pretty short-term, so
Right.
I feel
So
like
that's why we
Adrian-
have Adrian Peterson.
He's definitely more long-term because you at least have 6 weeks out of him.
You know Henry's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
He
which
just got
is-
put on IR, so it's going to be
Put on IR, just played through a whole game, not scoring a ton of points, but he broke a bone and played and finished the game. He's a stud. He's going to come back and just kill it. He's going to be pissed off the next 6 weeks is what he's going to be.
Probably. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in his way.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, number 2 on our waiver wire list, we got Boston Scott.
Boston Scott. I think this is a great pickup. I actually snagged Boston Scott in a couple of leagues before this week, so I don't have to deal with the waiver wire frenzy on him. But I think he's going to be a good play going forward as long as
Did you
Miles
get him the
Sanders
money
is out.
league?
I did.
You did.
I got him in the money league, and I got him in our dynasty league.
That is stupid.
Our dynasty league,
I don't
you
like
just
that very much.
you just dropped him a few weeks ago, and I said thank you very much. I'll take him,
Yeah, it's just,
and it's going to pan out for me now.
we'll see. Boston Scott had 12 attempts last week, 60 yards. Oh my God, that production is very nice. And
Yep.
then one
2
target,
touchdowns.
zero catches.
Yep.
But he got
he's actually
60
a pretty
yards.
good pass
and-
catcher too. So.
Yeah, he is a great pass catcher. He
Yeah.
got 60 yards off of 12 attempts. That's fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
that is literally what 12,
That's
6.
five-
That's like
5
5
yards a
yards
carry.
an attempt.
Yep. He's a good running back, and I mean Sanders is on IR, so he's.
I was on
him.
him. I was on him before Gaineswell was in the picture. I had him on my. I had him as a target for drafting. In my best ball, I got lots of Boston Scott exposure.
Nice.
So that's good for me.
Because that was before you knew about Gainwell, right?
It's before I knew. I thought I loved him. I was
Yeah.
like, I got him in my dynasty. I feel like he's a stud. I feel like he's the next. What's the old Philadelphia running back? He looks
Sproles.
just like
Darren
him.
Sproles.
Darren
Sproles.
Sproles.
Yeah.
He looks just like him. And
Except
in
bigger.
Philadelphia, except bigger. And Philadelphia loved Darren Sproles. He was in the
Yeah.
league for so long.
Yeah,
And I
true.
felt like Boston Scott was like the replacement for that. Like they love this guy. They can't not have him
I do
because
think
they don't
like him. Yeah, I think.
But
they're gonna use
then,
him a
but
lot
then
more.
the first 6 weeks there was nothing.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was Gaineswell, and I gave up, and I shouldn't have. But that's where I'm at with that. But I feel like Boston Scott is the dude to have in Philadelphia, even though I don't have him. He's the dude that you should be the most excited about. He's only 4.9% owned across ESPN
so
leagues.
he's available in.
He's
most of
available
your
in
leagues.
everything.
Yep.
Pretty much everything.
He's almost available
Most likely
in all your
he's
leagues.
available in your league, except for mine. Because
And I'd lock him into your lineup for the next
this
few weeks.
dude here.
Yeah,
picked
he'll
him
be
up.
in my lineup this week.
Yeah, well, yeah. You got 18 fantasy points. Yeah, Boston Scott. He's our number 2 on the week, and for a very good reason. He looked like a stud, and he can pass and run.
Yep.
He's gonna get a lot of opportunities,
And he's good on the goal line. So I mean,
he's good on the goal line. That's who they went to on the goal line. And
Yep.
then after they stopped going to him on the goal line, they went to Jordan Howard.
yeah, after they were up 38-0, they're like, all right, let's use the.
And then
Jordan
Gaineswell
Howard.
was like, "Oh, am I still on this team? What happened? What happened to the
you
previous
guys
7
forget
weeks?
to tell me that you cut me before the game.
Yeah. Why am I here again?" So,
Yeah, but Boston Scott's a great pickup this week.
yeah, Boston's got a great pickup this week. All right, number 1 this week. We talked about this guy previously because
We've
we're
talked
really
about it for a few weeks
He
now.
has not had a week in the NFL where he was not the most targeted guy on his team.
Yep.
And his name is Rashad Bateman. And if you have still not picked him up after experiencing the cluster terribleness of the past Sunday, then you need to pick him up. He's only 19.5% owned across ESPN leagues. He's not available in my league because our league here, Very competitive. Everyone's on them before everyone else.
Yep.
So you saw that Boston Scott was already taken. Rashad Bateman is already taken. You need to snag. Okay. You need to snag this dude while you can. Rashad Bateman. He's had.
This is your last chance to get Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, he's gonna really mold his positioning in this team very fast, which he already has.
After this week. They just had a bye week. They just had a whole extra week for him to get fully involved into the offense.
Right.
Fully start getting some chemistry with Lamar Jackson. And I think this is going to be the week that he breaks it off. This will be the last chance for you to get him off your waiver wire. And I think he could be a league winner wide receiver.
Yeah, he could be. 2 weeks.
This could be a crazy rookie wide receiver draft class because, we got Jamar Chase. We got Kadarius Toney, and I think Rashad Bateman is going to be right up there with those two.
Yep, Jamar Chase. Yep. Those are my 3 favorite rookie wide receivers right now. Even though we haven't seen much Bateman, I have a lot
what
of
we
high
have
hopes
seen.
For him.
He just looks like
a
so
stud.
Athletic,
Like I said, he started 2 weeks so far, 6 targets on both weeks. First week he only scored 4.9 points, but still was the highest targeted wide receiver that week.
Yep.
Week 7 playing against Cincinnati, 6 targets again, 80 yards, 9.5 fantasy points. Still the most targeted offensive player on the team that week. He's going to be a stud. He's going to be a dude that Lamar Jackson relies on. And if you have a bench spot that's like, meh, replace him with this dude because he's only 20% owned across ESPN leagues.
Yeah. Honestly, the only reason why he didn't get picked up more last week is because he was on bye. So no one went to go look for him this week because he wasn't going to score any points.
Right.
So take that as a gift in your league and go get him now.
Go get him now.
You won't be able to after this week. Who do they play this week?
They have a pretty
good matchup.
I think. They're playing in Minnesota this week.
Yeah, he's gonna go off, man.
Yeah, he's gonna have a good week.
He's gonna go off. If you can get him, you might even throw him into your flex this week.
Right. Yeah.